Hey guys, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. What we're taking a look at is one that I was really excited for, or heck, am really excited to have now. It's Iron Factory, their EX-24 War Giant Catastrophe. This is a repaint of the previously released War Giant into Ruination, Baldigus, whatever you want to call it, Robots in Disguise version of Bruticus, basically. So, yeah, really cool. Really love this deco. Really love the choices. We went through each of the War Giant releases, in-depth transformations, articulations, all that stuff. We're not doing that with this for cool poses and stuff like that. Check out the full review on kumastyle.com. But 5 robots, 3 modes each, big freaking combined mode, comparisons and stuff like that. Just a lot to cram into this, and I don't want to make this 30 minutes for the sake of me and you guys. I honestly don't want to record that much, because honestly the biggest thing is what's changed about this. In fact is really nothing. I haven't seen any changes in anything regarding the transformation, articulation, just no engineering changes or anything like that. Nothing to do with like mold or anything. So, you know, I didn't have problems with my War Giant. Don't have problems with this one. Everything is the same in terms of accessories, but War Giant came with this Shockwave blaster. Since Shockwave wasn't a character in Car Robots or Robots in Disguise, War Giant Catastrophe does not. Alright, so again, poses, cool stuff, kumastyle.com, link will be in the description, full 30, 40 picture gallery and stuff like that, but this is basically just going to be a comparison video, so you can see what the different modes look like next to each other. That's really what's important. War Giant's been out for a while, it's been a year. Alright, just looking through the different robot modes. The Onslaught mode. Mold. Get those out of the way. Okay, got these mixed up. We'll do Blast Off next. Okay. And I really like the color choices for both, to be honest. I don't have a clear-cut favorite. I grew up with Car Robots or Robots in Disguise. That's one of the first Transformers series I really watched and remember. You know, I was 0 years old when the first G1 Transformers was out, so as much as I have an attachment to having owned the toys and stuff like that when I was a young kid, you know, I was not old enough to understand cartoons and things like that, you know? Growing up with something isn't literally being alive when, you know, it's on TV to me. It's actually having an attachment and whatnot. So, Beast Wars, Robots in Disguise, those were my first Transformer series that I actually watched. And then I just loved the Unicron trilogy. Galaxy Force is actually my favorite of all time. Little tidbit. All right. That was their Vortex. Taking a look at the Swindle. Yep. And lastly, their Brawl mode. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but the leg transformation is actually pretty funny on this guy. I thought that just because it was so easy, they actually changed the mold or something about the legs. They didn't. Apparently, I've just gotten more of a feel for it. What's that? And lastly, comes with a way of displaying the bust for Bruticus or Ruination. A really neat way to store the rest of the accessories too. It's really neat. Alright, and there's all things robot mode. And here's a comparison of the vehicle modes. Unfortunately, I don't know where the stand adapters for the original War Giant pieces are, so that's kind of confusing. But yeah, there they are. Like, I would love to have them on stands and kind of high and stuff like that, but kind of is what it is. It, I guess, works so you guys can see the color differences and stuff like that. There's really not much to them. I like how I have a complete brain fart on how to use my own stand, but alright. Go ahead and start these two pieces. What's nice about this one, it does have the flip out wheels. If you want to do that, you can use the stand adapter on it to either put it in the stand or attach a gun to the bottom. The gun also attaches to the top. We'll go ahead and put it on a stand just so you can see how it looks. Actually, center that guy. Alright. This one does have rolling wheels, which is nice. Use the stand for this one. Propellers actually work. Just like the first release, these propellers are kind of fiddly. They do pop off occasionally, so just beware. It's kind of a weird pop because they'll like fly. You're just barely handling and all of a sudden you just pss. So if you're in a pet home or somewhere where there's like just a lot of stuff everywhere, things easily get lost, watch out. Lastly, the tank. Again, there are all the vehicle modes for Catastrophe. And okay, here's the combined mode. I'm going to start off right away by comparing it to the original War Giant release, and as you can see, they are 1-1. I mean, really no difference between them besides the paint job. Yeah. Functionality, nothing changes or anything like that, so nothing really to compare. Oops, and I've got this stored on the back. And that's another little neat thing that I found out with this release. Not found out, but kind of played around with. If you peg this, just bring the handle up, and pegs right into there. Put it at an angle, and he could even turn his waist and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Alright, so, again, in front of these guys. Yeah, we'll keep him in view, but put this guy on display. Now, gotta back up the camera some that made him higher. His height in combined mode is about 8, I'm gonna say 9 inches. I'll do it to this crest here. That'd be 9 inches on the dot from what I saw. And another comparison, the guns, it just goes from purple and silver accents to all gold. Both still black. Giving you guys another roundabout here. And again, War Giant's been reviewed in depth, transformations and all of that great stuff. Articulation, full breakdown there. This is basically just to see what you get in terms of this War Giant pegging in the hand here. Now, one thing that I do think that Iron Factory missed out on, as much as I love this piece and just adore the heck out of it, is the golden hands. That was something that really stood out on Ruination. So I'm surprised that, this wasn't changed, especially since it looks like I don't have any chips or anything like that to see, but it looks like they're painted. So I'm surprised they didn't just paint it the exact same color as those. In fact, I might just customize them myself, depending on how hard they are to get apart and stuff like that. But seems like an easy enough job. But yeah, I think that would just put it over the top in terms of just that perfect color scheme, because I don't think another company has nailed the gold and whatnot. Just the color scheme in general. I think that the Hasbro, the Unite Warriors or whatever, Baldigus, the last one that came out, actually that's really good, but it's more the accents on the combine mode that really put this one over the top. And then of course the fact that it's a way better toy. And just for the sake of putting this into some kind of pose while I just pop arms off and stuff like that. Now, they're not loose by any means. I don't know if I just didn't have that tight enough, if I accidentally hit it or what, but yeah, they stay on pretty well. Oh, it may have been that I put the chest back, or the flaps on the chest. They actually adjust so that you can get articulation out of those. And just tons of ankle tilt on this piece. I love it. I really do. All right. Now, since we are posing, I'm going to show you something. All right. So because of his chest crest, he really doesn't have a lot of view of the head when you're down below like this, all right? And I know you guys probably get sick of me posing toys and stuff like that, but it's what I do. So to get that visible, see what I mean? It's so sunken, right? It's connected to a flap that doesn't lock into place, just holds on by friction. So you kind of pull the whole thing up and boom, Pat Lee. So at least you can get some view out there, or some view of the head. And boom. Again, this has been Iron Factory EX-24X Catastrophe. This is, of course, a repaint of their Bruticus figure War Giant into the Transformers Robots in Disguise Ruination. I really enjoy this piece. Hell, I highly recommend it, but I have an extreme bias because Bruticus in general is my favorite combiner, and Ruination is about my favorite version of them. It's a really good deco to me. I really like the earth tones and gold and stuff like that. It's cool. So anyway, this has been another Kuma Style review. Check out the full review and gallery on kumastyle.com. Basically, it's more of a gallery than anything because I think in the write-up I'm pretty much just going to say this is a review. Go to the full review of War Giant if you want to get the deets. Check out the pretty pictures. But anyway, kumastyle.com. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. If you think it's awesome, tell people it's awesome. The more support, the merrier. Thank you guys very much. See ya.